What's up, y'all? You're watching Union Minded. I'm your host, Eric, and today we're going to talk about everybody's favorite time of the month, union meeting night, which is coming up tomorrow night here in Local 26. It's the second Friday of every month. Meetings happen at the main hall and all satellite locations. Start time is 7 p.m. We're going to get into all the details of why we want to attend these meetings and what we should do to attend these meetings. And I know this is a repetitive topic. For those of you who watch my channel frequently, you'll know that I talk about this every month. But for those of you who are new to the channel, this is your introduction, because maybe you don't want to go back in time and watch older videos. So we're going to put it out there again for you. First things first, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. And don't forget to drop your comments. Let me know how I'm doing, and share these videos far and wide so that we can increase the awareness of what it is to be union minded, because that's what this channel is all about. Increasing your awareness of what union minded means to me. All right, so we got Union Meeting Friday. Now there's a couple things that happen on Union Meeting Friday that you should be aware of. One of them is the EWMC for Local 26 meets at 5 o'clock in the Lanham location on Union Meeting Friday. You should come check it out. Come as a visitor, find out what we're all about. I hear questions here and there. People hit me up every once in a while and they say, what is the Electrical Workers Minority Caucus all about? What is the coalition all about? Well, I want to give you a little intro. So what I've done is I've pulled our mission statement so you can see what it is that we're about, because it's important that we are all a part of these movements that are active in the labor community to try to improve the quality of life across the board. And the EWMC is a great avenue to get involved in that, and so is your local union. So here's what the EWMC for Local 26 is all about, and the national EWMC is all about. By the way, if you're watching this video and you're saying, man, my local doesn't have an EWMC, you should inquire about starting an EWMC at your local. So here's the, oh, and don't mind the noise, that's the rain. You know, I do these videos in my car, so we subject to the environment. Best I can do is roll the windows up. So sorry about the chitter chatter on the raindrops. Here we go, mission statement for the EWMC. Promote equity, equal opportunity, and employment for minorities and underrepresented workers at all levels of the IBEW structure. Now, what do they call underrepresented workers? It is defined as African Americans, Asian Pacific Americans, Latino Americans, Native Americans, persons with disabilities, and women. That's pretty much just about everybody. Just about. And I would argue that because the EWMC also represents the union, and the union only represents 7% of the workforce publicly, I would argue that every union member is a minority. Yep, you too are a minority if you're in the labor union. So, promote equity, equal opportunity, and employment for minorities and underrepresented workers at all levels of the IBEW structure. Representation matters, right? Foster leadership, development, and empower minorities and underrepresented workers to become active participants and leaders in the IBEW. Provide assistance to and address discrimination complaints of minorities and underrepresented workers in the IBEW. Promote, support, and assist the organizing of minority and underrepresented workers into the IBEW and in the IBEW. Encourage minority and underrepresented workers to be greater activists in community and political affairs, and be actively involved in human, civil, and women's rights organizations, both within and outside of organized labor. That's the mission statement for the EWMC. And we try our best here at the EWMC for Local 26 to live up to those values and to complete that mission. We do a lot of volunteer activity at women's shelters and food banks, and in poor communities we do electrical replacements of lighting in public spaces to increase their safety. So we do a lot of the ground and grunt work that really helps to foster solidarity with the communities around and within our jurisdiction. And so you should want to be a part of that. That's just my opinion, but I think you should. You got that union-minded attitude and that activism within you, it's a great avenue to get you started in the right direction. So that's the EWMC meeting, and I hope I see lots of new faces tomorrow at the EWMC meeting, because it's always a family affair. Secondly, we're going to go from there. We're going to go to the general membership meeting. Now, this is the meeting that runs the business of your local union. It's a very important meeting. It's a meeting where you get your questions answered. It's your opportunity to talk to your elected representatives, business manager, president, and so on and so forth, and to ask questions and to get responses to concerns that you may have regarding your working conditions, regarding anything that is union related. Now, when you come to the general membership meeting, you're not going to be allowed in if your dues are not paid up, so pay your dues. Make sure your dues are paid up so you can get in the door. When you're there, bring a notebook, bring a pen, take your notes, be diligent in listening to what's going on. If you have questions, jot them down so that you can get up under good of the union and ask, or if it happens to be a question that arises during a discussion on a motion, you can get up during discussion and ask your question and you don't forget it. That's the whole point of having a pen and paper, is so that you can, at the moment you're having ideas and thoughts, you can write it down so that you can address that and not forget. But you want to bring your notebook, you want to take your good notes. Ask your questions. When you're done with your union meeting, you want to take this information back to the job site with you, and you want to share the important information with other IBEW members who maybe didn't get to go to the meeting. You want to discuss things with your coworkers and find out where you all are at as far as satisfaction, as far as actions you may want to take, complaints and gripes you may have. All of these things work hand in hand in tandem. You go to the union meeting, you address those issues, you get your responses, you bring them back to the work zone. At the work zone, you talk about it, blah, 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 blah. The next meeting, you come back and you ask those questions again. This is all a process of being an active union member. This is bigger than a job. Don't treat it as if it's just a job. This is not only a career, this is a lifestyle. And it requires your involvement. Otherwise, we will lose it and it will go away. It requires your involvement. And I may sound like a preacher at the pulpit, but these are the facts. This movement has been under attack since its beginning, and when we were stronger and more involved and had more solidarity, we had a union population of 35%. Fast forward some decades and some apathy and a continuous attack, and we're down to 7%. It's starting to uptick. We're getting closer to 10% overall, but again, we have to reverse the tide, and it's going to come down to us. It's not going to be done by anyone else. It's going to be done by you and I. So become an active union member. You know what I'm saying? My name's Eric. I hope you found this video informative, and I hope to see you at the EWMC meeting. I hope to see you at the general membership meeting. And if you're one of those cats that watches these videos but is afraid to hit the like button because of whatever rumors you may have heard, man, come up to me at the meeting and say what's up. All right? Remember, the fight is not left and right. It never has been. We've been fooled. The fight is up and down, and it's going to take solidarity to win, always. Each one teach one. Get out there and reach one. Peace.